So, Smith, what's your point?
he has done that on several occasions, several
Done what
platforms.
exactly? Done what
He
exactly? I
has
want to know.
been seen on stage acknowledging people who are indulging in that act. And that is wrong. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Ghana media, please allow us to do this because I'm not going to allow
Let's just
him.
call a spade a
No.
spade,
I'm not
bro.
going to allow you
He's
to do
done that
this.
on several platforms. There are videos to it,
Done what
multiple
exactly?
videos.
Done.
What I say? What you should Sarkodie open me updates. That one called Sark update. That is in some now it's in subscribe to YouTube Sark updates the official. For how that subscribe. You may first Sarkodie
Right, share flip side. Charlie, currently, Abeiku Santana, Amiki, bold, news to be a Ghana for more na any ajuhu pa. And currently, Abeiku Santana, and Deputy Tourism Authority, CEO, Iba, Ghana. Now, wakase, currently, GoldBod, jewelry, Ghana. And Sark would make a comment like concerning a post now, Omiki, and Abeiku Imiki, post in Andra on a Twitter handle, say, GoldBod Jewelry Limited is ready to serve you with authentic, locally crafted jewelry. Na Sarkodie hu we no okutuye and obede one guy be or one man be on fa jewelry in the agro Charlie. What a no fugazia. No she a good watch and a girl. Na Sarkodie hu ye no ono se ekutu ebeka say honorable. I was about to go get my new gold drill. It's like I say, it's only right GoldBod jewelry sort me out so we keep the money in Ghana. That means say anka obede ever fly ako US or UK and a hot and shopping. And I kaya US one big air show be a friend ice boss or no diamond jewelry some kwana motono or intiga like Sarkodie akacho Abeiku say anka obe free Ghana akoto a gold girl. Now gold girl no the best thing I say onko and I say on free air Ghana but rather abeto air Ghana if it's a amount no eka air Ghana it even develop a system no and GoldBod drones for no ever reply and Sarkodie can say landlord we would be delighted to host you in our office into bracket showroom and produce the finest gold grill for you. The money must be in Ghana to get the economy booming. Later on, I must have a reply Sark say landlord Sarkodie, our head office is located in Diamond House, Accra, Central behind the original the registrar general office. That means say GoldBod like jewelry no Accra and the location in there I'm obede. It's definitely obede amount na call do and also do free Ghana koto that gold girl no UK or US no. When yanko obeto no nyina Ghana. But ene Fanbase and have a Twitter airspace. Now Twitter airspace no more can a lot of things be a Twitter airspace. So how are Fanbase bit ma coming together e push more artists am be I come IF by joining a Twitter hit agreement be happen but I mean full video no ba near dive into your conversation but before that no open already monetize a YouTube channel at all. Channel monetize already a cash out elevate for bit me at home more rate no either for me also or channel, YouTube channel, person or monetize it or boost you or watch hours, likes, views, BBR or meet me as sort out. Hala get near down. Also, or meet me boost you followers, likes, views, or TikTok, IG, Facebook, or social media platform. Any amount. Lastly, almost everything I promote you or a boost you followers or streams, views, other with YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming platform. Do you have a quantity elevator BBR I come IFA. We share a clip on.
But genuinely, we want to see each other be successful. Okay, there is no competition amongst the two of us. Like we feel like we want to see one downfall, but in the other side, um, it's not like that because one inherited another's beef that had nothing to do with them. So it was like this was nothing to do with you, but you wanted to insert yourself or show your loyalty to your father, and so you made it about you. And then it has escalated from that to where we are now. So that's why it will be very hard for those two S's to come together because there is um a very very healthy competition um between the two of us. And the respect level, yeah, we respect each other's craft, but at the same time, we respect each other's craft, but because of that competition level, we always want to outdo the other. And then also the fan base, of course, we also going to protect and promote our artists. So it's going to be very hard for them to come together on the other two S's. I'll be very honest with you, because it has gotten to from an entertainment aspect of it to a personal aspect of it. So once it crossed the line to the personal aspect of it, then there needs to be a lot of things that needs to go down before it can be reconciled.
Okay, this is getting more, should I say, serious. But yeah, I mean, that's the case. I mean, it seems like both parties on both sides want to reconcile, but it's gotten too personal. But even in the case of the fan bases as well, we still see unnecessary attacks from fan bases, especially on this app. I don't want to call names, but yes, I can see someone here. Is it Benno Success? Every time he's always attacking someone else, attacking Stone. And it's like, there's a case where, this person has made an achievement. I copy your artist. Why are you going after
Benno, forget him.
Hold on,
Why are you
Benno,
going
are you
after
saying
Stone?
you see?
Can I speak? Can I speak? I've
Why
not
are
had
you
a
going
chance to
after
speak
Stone?
since I came.
You don't see last mid boy on here attacking anybody? You don't see that?
That's
Bro,
what I'm saying. I'm just giving names of people I can see right now.
so
Maybe I didn't see
continue the
last people.
names.
But yes,
Continue the names. Don't
they
mention my
attacked
boy's
him. But
name.
that's the point. Even
Benno,
Tilly had a beef with. Tilly had an issue with this because.
bro, I'm sorry, but Benno doesn't come online just to hate at anybody just for no reason. If you attack Sark Nation, that is when he carries on to do the same to you and your camp. That is the end of the
But
story.
does he have to? That's the problem. Do you
No,
have
why
to?
doesn't he have to? Why doesn't he? Like, bro, if, for example, you have a fan army of Ghana Web, and you guys, like, they promote Ghana Web stories all across social media, and let's
Yeah.
say Yen has same. Let's say Star FM Online, is it TV3? They have the same. And you guys publish a story, and somebody made a fake thumbnail and posted it that Ghana Web was the one who put out the story. And people are using that against Ghana Web. You think they have to keep quiet for people to trash your brand in the bin when your fan army can say, no, this is not our thumbnail. We didn't design this. This is wrong. That is basically what Benno does, bro. Benno is my brother.
You sure?
Whenever he goes across, whenever he does something that is beyond, you can ask him. I always reach out to him and tell him that, bro, this is too much. I beg you, take it down. And he always does. So whatever you see Benno doing, the other people on the other side are doing to Sark Nation. That is why he's doing that. Do you understand?
And let me piggyback off of what he said. Listen, Ghana Web. Charlie, sorry, what is your name? I don't want to call you Ghana Web. Or if you don't, or do you mind me calling you?
Coming Nexus.
It's saying Kobe.
Nexus.
Nexus. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. So listen, I want you guys to understand something, please. I want you guys to really understand something here. And I'm speaking, and I can confidently say this, and I can speak for all three fan bases, okay? Nobody in either fan base camps attack or defend without being attacked first. If you ask anybody from Sac Nation, they are defending, that's why they are attacking. If you ask me, I'm defending SM, and that's why I'm attacking. If you ask Beam, they are defending and attacking.
So who threw the first part?
And I want you guys to understand that that's what we are supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But it seems like because of the culture and the tradition that we come from, that's why you guys see a problem with it. As a fan, that's what I'm supposed to do. My core mandate is to promote my artists and to defend my artists.
But buddy, let me throw this in. If everybody's defending, then who is attacking?
Well, of course, we are attacking each other. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I don't attack. I attack because you have attacked me before. So whatever I got to see, whatever I got to do to always keep my camp in attack mode and in defensive mode, as a fan, I'm going to do that because that is my job. So I don't know why this is such a big deal to other, like anybody will see any problems with it. The reason why the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj, the Beehive, I mean the Barbies and the what's the name don't get along is because the artists is attacking each other, the fan base is attacking each other, and you're both defending each other. And then they're both also promoting their own artists. That's what they're supposed to do. I don't see anything wrong with it. Absolutely nothing. Why do you guys
Really?
see such a problem with it? Why? Why do you guys see such a problem with it? Now,
Okay,
here's the thing. It
Bodhi,
becomes a
can
problem.
I explain why people have a problem, sort of, with
Well,
this?
let
Before.
me hit this point real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay, all
It
right.
becomes a problem, right? When certain, and I will continue to always say this, it becomes a problem when a professional media person who was supposed to know better or who's supposed to be better than the fan base decide to pick a side. You see what I'm saying? Decide to pick a side and propagate an agenda that is fueled by fan bases. So, for example, Street Crime comes out and is being nominated for Grammys or whatever, and then one camp decide that it's an AI written lyrics, and then a trained media person or who's supposed to know better is also propagating that same agenda, whether they are not coming out and specifically saying it is generated by AI. But the fact that you're doing editorials and having discussions about it and all of that, you are propagating that same thing. So when we come after you, at that point, you have declared yourself also as a fan. So we're going to come at you as a fan because it was started by a fan base and you have inserted yourself into it, so we will treat you as such.
If you want to mention my name direct.
Me
Don't go corner
molding,
corner.
kwaku me molding, you fro kwaku, me you can't watch him.
Don't go corner corner.
Okay. Hold on. Success. You wanted to come in?
Yeah, so with what you said earlier that Bodhi was trying to defend, you see the attacking bit, you see it's a fan-based culture, okay? Like, let's say if something is happening, and mostly we do it with the SM and the Beam Nation people, like when it comes to numbers, okay? We always laugh at each other, be like, oh, Stoneboy doesn't have a video on YouTube that has 20 million views, and they'll come back and attack and also say something concerning Spotify. Like, stuff like that is healthy. Where the problem starts is when, let's say, maybe I post something like that, and the fans don't think they need to come back at me with facts, but they want to troll me, body shame me, insult me, and a lot of stuff like that. That is where the problem starts from. But normal back and forth, attacking, defending with facts professionally, I don't think it's a problem, because there was a time where we used to laugh at Shatter fans that some of their songs are not even, excuse me to say, like 1 million views on YouTube, and that will push them to go back and go and watch the video, post about it, promote it. We've had those kind of stuff a lot on this timeline. So on that level, it's healthy. The problem starts when people think they need to insult people to prove that they love this artist, or that's the only way they can defend the artist. Or when they meet the person, they can warn the person and tell the person that and put a camera on the person and say that you are the one who has been insulting maybe Sarkodie, and if we catch you next time, we'll beat you, or you are the one who has been insulting Shatter. And that is where the problem starts from. But normal defending and attacking, bro, Sark Nation, we don't come here to defend to attack anybody. We just do our stuff until you come at us. And I don't think that is wrong when you say something that is incorrect about my artist, or you attack my artist, and I'm defending you with facts. Because
Yeah.
we hardly diss anybody just out of the blue, just like that, unless the person
But
started it.
my problem is, can you promote without comparisons? That's the
It's
question I'm trying to ask.
it's
Can you
it's
promote
not
without comparisons?
it's not possible. It's not possible
Why is it
because,
not possible? Can't you just say, oh, if Sark sell out
bro,
show 100,000, bam,
yeah,
Sark will sell out show 100,000, clap for him. Why do you have to
yeah.
go and bring out, okay, Sark sold 100,000, Stoneboy no
Mm.
free 100,000? Why do you have to bring somebody else inside?
You should know that as I'm celebrating Sarkodie's O2 show, somebody is unhappy about it, whether you like it or not. Somebody doesn't like the fact that Sarkodie has sold an O2 show. So let's say if someone else does more than that, the person who doesn't like Sark will come and compare that artist that probably he doesn't love so much to Sark. This is beyond just fan base. This is not just like, there are some people who don't even stand any artist, and they straight target artists that they'll hate on from start to finish, and they're on the timeline plenty. You understand? So it's beyond just the fan base being like, oh, Shatta also did this, so it's more than Sark. Oh, Shatta was featured by Beyonce, it's more than this. Oh, Sark too has done this show at this place, or he has this number of views. So it's beyond. Sometimes it's beyond that. It's not everybody that will be okay with maybe some artists that they don't like doing better. So when they are artists or not the artists that's better than the artists they don't like, that is when they come in and start trolling and all of that. And we can't, bro. Even if we all agree tonight, we are how many on the space? 59 people, and say that, oh, Kweku Smoke has dropped his album. It's a good album. Let's all post the Apple Music link so that we can sustain it on number one. I can tell you only 5 people will post it. The other 45 will say they don't like it. They'll say it's some way they don't feel the vibe, or maybe I don't like the beats, or maybe I don't like Kweku Smoke. So you can't really like force everybody to do the things that you feel is right. That's the sad thing. Yeah.
Okay. See, but I like to give that example because you said fine, they don't like it, but they are not comparing it to somebody else.
But those
which
people can also come and compare. Like today, Kweku Smoke dropped this album today. The people who claim they don't like the album, yeah, the people who think it's not nice, it's not good, and all of that, they are the ones even dragging people who are saying the album is good. So when you go and post on your timeline and say, "Oh, Charlie, I like this song on the album," then they'll come and comment. You need to start telling Kweku Smoke the truth, too. It's like, I'm surprised I'm not even seeing those kind of things.
Oh, for that one there, I see.
So
but
it's
then
not just
bringing
about
in the other artists is my issue. That's why I called Ben out, because it's like, yo, Sark did a show. Why are you going after Stone? What's the problem there?
But bro, do you know that the comparison has also created, that is the other side of it. It has also created another level of, it has generated a certain level of excitement within our music system. See, if not for the existence of Satan, I'm not sure see people go cherish God like that. There's always that thing. There's always that thing. The minors, they help the plus to move. Even for a cell or a battery, you need both to run. Now, let me tell you this. Shatterfest happened and it pulled, according to the official number, 630,000.
667.
Do you know back then, 667?
Yeah.
Do you know back then we would have, like we would need an international artist to do that? Like we would need some Basta Rhymes for some place or some artist. You get it? But because of also this comparison, this person do this person too go fit do this. If only we are able to find a fine balance, bro, we've successfully, and check the trajectory from last 2 years. Last 3 years they come. We had heavy presence of Nigerian music in the system. But this year, bro, the Nigerians are not even finding their feet in Ghana. Even the Nigerians, they are not finding their feet. I'm a piano safe. They are not finding their feet. Why? Because there's a certain level of excitement around our music. And that has to be with it is always the comparison. It's like the EPL, which some claim is the biggest football league in the world. Bro, it is about how aggressive all the teams are playing constantly. You know, it will shock you, say, some Bournemouth go score some top team, and then you go, "Hey, Charlie, what's up?" And it creates that conversation. But the only thing is we need to find a fine balance. A fine balance. Very competitive, but a fine balance. And that is going to stop. And imagine if this thing that is happening in our music, same thing starts happening in our movie scene as well. Bro, art-wise, nobody can touch us in Africa. We are a very small country with a very small group of people, but trust me, even Burna Boy no go fit put the numbers where Shatta pull for that place. I'm telling you this on the record. Because there's no level of excitement around Burna Boy as we speak right now in Ghana. If you put Stone Boy for that same place right now, the competition will start. The conversation will start. Stone Boy go fit do am, you know go fit do am. He go fit do am, you know go fit do am. That is what we want. But if they rise above, like how Don Sase they say, if he rises above, the regular comparison, and you go, hey, if I catch you, I will do this. Hey, we will pour acid on you. Hey, that level, it just be slow, small. It be slow.
But
It
but
be slow. But the comparison in general is helping the music economy. I'm not gonna lie.
but that's what I'm saying. That I don't think it has gotten to that level where people are attacking each other. I haven't seen that. I haven't I
Bro,
haven't been told by
bro, I beg
anybody
your
I
people.
in
think you are in
SM
the
that they have been
US. That's
attacked.
why, bro.
You there,
You
Yankee.
are in the
Also,
US and you are making a statement
you are
about
know
we
your
down
place.
here,
You are know your house. I'll come there.
bro.
Hey,
You are know your house. I'll come
with their brand, with their bra.
there. Remember how? See, I've had my fair share of threats online
Well, then you deserve
and
it.
offline.
You deserve it, bro.
I don't
Now,
care.
now you are
But
saying
the
he
thing is,
deserves
I
it. You
don't
say it
care.
didn't exist, but now he
You
deserves
see,
it.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm joking with him, but he does deserve it.
All right, yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not personally, I'm not moved by that, because imagine if there was no DJ Slim to move on certain angles or bring certain conversation into the music industry. Would it have been exciting like this? Ask yourself. So
Well, but you say
if
yes.
No, but no, DJ Slim, you don't see. No. Let's okay. I'm not gonna go there. We're not gonna talk about you.
listen, my brother, it is not about me.
No.
All
That's
I'm
why I said
saying
I'm
is
not
that
going there.
if we keep it professional, if
Hmm.
and it's not even just keeping it professional, if we keep it competitive and non-violent, it is going to help us all. And I can tell you, if we are able to sustain this for the next 5 years, the music economy in Ghana, for see what happened in Jamaica that pushed the Jamaican sound, whether reggae or dancehall, apart from its uniqueness, because of how they sound, because of their language and all that, it's also as a result of the factions that were there.
Oh, for sure.
You mean the beefs?
Exactly, the beefs. They have a way of contributing to it. So it is a plus and minus situation. You just need to find a fine balance. Since we are learning from them, we just have to find a fine balance so that it keeps our music economy running. That's all I'm saying. Do you know the number of people that benefited from the Shutterfest? The number of people that moved from house, then carry them a small table, can't sell water for there. The number of taxi drivers, truck drivers that made ends meet because of a celebration like that, and the number of people that went there to see it fail. Some actually went there to see it fail. They actually paid to go there to see it fail. Now,
Seriously?
oh, I'm telling
Oh
you,
yeah.
you go buy water for there. You go buy something for there. Some moved to the Babaya Sports Stadium to see Sarkodie fail. God being so good, rain whipped them. And they also had to buy things over there. Yeah. Rain will lash you. God, they like dentists. Rain will lash you. You go also buy things for them. The number of people that went to Stoneboy show to go and see it fail. Oh boy. You buy something there. So there's an economy around the entertainer. And that is where we need to also focus on. The fan base, they've done their side of it. They just need to find a fine balance, because it is through them that the success of the show was built. It
Hmm.
is through the fan base. It starts with the music and it sits with the fan base.
Okay.
So
Eh, eh,
once we
All
are
right, Slim.
learning, let's learn the right way to do this, and we'll be successful.
All right.
and
That's
Slim, let me throw my last question, then we round off for the day. The Shutterfest, is good to mention that. I mean, there's been this, should I say, quote unquote, stereotype against, certain fan bases. Let me bring in Shatawale, for example, again. There's that stereotype that, Charlie, anytime you go for a Shatter show, especially you go with something missing, it has led to that sort of stereotype. And that's what is even leading to some of these unnecessary beefs and comparisons, because it's like somebody goes to a Shatawale show just to enjoy. Unfortunately, he or she makes some sort of, you know, robbery. And then you go on social media, everybody's like, oh, Shatter there, Shatter fans there, this Shatter fans there, so. The same thing with Stoneboy. Stoneboy also show at Shaman. Something happens. Oh, Stoneboy fans there. So, do you feel like the artist has a responsibility to control the stereotype or the narratives around each fan base? That's if he or she is holding a show. I haven't seen that with Sark yet, because anytime I go for a Sark show or hear about Sarkodie show, I don't see of cases of attacks on other revelers or robberies. But for these other two artists, we always hear that. Is there responsibility on the part of the artist, or it always falls down to the fan base, or even to the core members of the fan base? Is there responsibility on that part, or it's like, yo, we can't do anything about it? So I'll go with success first. You answer that, then everybody else.
Bro, I'm sorry. Please, can you come again? I beg you.
Okay, I was saying, do the artists,
Yeah.
that is the artist team, or the core fan base, have a responsibility to control the narrative around the general fan base? I give the example of the Shatterfest where people were robbed and attacked. And there was this narrative that, oh, if you Shatterwale show, expect that. Or if you Shatterwale show, Kwashe Boys. The same thing, Stoneboy was a show at Accra Sports Stadium or a Shaman, and everybody's like, oh, Stoneboy show there, the people that will go there, Kwashe Boys. Do they feel like, does the artist have a responsibility to control such narratives?
Oh yeah, they do. I've seen Shatta a couple of times come out there to how do you call it? I think I assure people that when they come to his shows, they are not going to be robbed. So in that sense, he's trying to communicate to his fans or people that come to the show that, look, if you come to Shatterfest, please don't come there and rob anybody, because that's not what we represent. So from the artist level, most of the time they try and communicate. Okay. So from that level, most of the times it's not the artist that will be able to like speak to it all the time. Unless it's like a serious case, like maybe somebody was beaten up and it becomes a public thing. That is when you expect the artist to come in and speak about it. Okay. But the fans themselves, as I said, when the artist enables you as a fan and you become a top fan, okay, let's term it like that, you become a top fan in the fan base, you're able to speak to people in the fan base and let them understand the narrative, be like, oh, maybe we are doing this and that and stuff like that. You can always educate them and tell them that, look, bro, we are going to Shatterfest, we are going to Beam Nation concert. Please and please, when anybody approaches you in an aggressive way, there are policemen around that you need to report to. Don't be aggressive back. Don't go and diss anybody. Don't confront anybody and be hostile to the person. That is when the communication gets to the fan base direct, because like they see those people as their peers. Do you understand? They see them as their peers. There are a couple of people on here that I listen to when it comes to this sack stuff. They come to me and tell me that, bro, I feel this, we should do it this way. All these people, we should not mind them. We should try and come. So it's not only the artists, but the top fans in the fan base as well. And you as an individual, really, why would you go and fight somebody because you love somebody when the person is not having a knife on the person's throat? Excuse me to say. You understand? When you can find a better way to defend your artist than be aggressive physically. You understand? So it moves from the artist to the top fan level to all individuals. Because me, I'll never meet anybody at Rapaholic who is, I feel, is not a Sark fan, who hates Sark. Let's say hates Sark. And I'll ever confront the person. Me needs that time crap, because that time crap, I'll probably be topless in one of the corners somewhere, jamming to Sarkodie heavy. That is why I went there. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not going to have any like back and forth with anybody. So yeah. Was I heard? I don't know. Ghana will be on mute.
Yeah, we heard you loud and clear. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, buddy, your take.
Um, so that is actually one of the things that I really despise about that notion that if you go to a shutter show, you're going to get robbed and stuff like that. And it has been something that has been tagged around his brand and his shows and everything like that. But in every major show, and fortunately for Shatta, he has major shows. He hasn't had one show that has flopped. So in any major show, whether it's in Africa, Ghana, in the US, UK, things happen. Accidents happen. People fight. People get stuff stolen. but that don't mean that that is actually part of the person's brand is or it should be used to tag them. But unfortunately for Shatta, not only does the other camps do that, but the media also play a role in it also. Because even with this successful show that we had, which every and this time I will commend every media platform in Ghana. I mean, not one media platform did not speak about this. But guess what? At the same time, while we are praising the show, they're also talking about people getting robbed and sexually harassed and all of that. You're also propagating that also. And here we are, we want investors to come into our space, but then you are publicizing and highlighting the fact that somebody got robbed or somebody got into a fight, or how you personally were scared to go to the concert because you felt like this will happen to you also. And so, how do we want to have investors come in and invest in our artists to have these mega shows, and you are here publicizing the negative part of the show? When in fact, any show that you go to, any show that you go to where there's a large crowd, something of this sort will happen. It's not just because of Shatta. It's not just because of Stone. It's because of human behavior. Because there are people, and I will tell you for a fact, I will tell you this for a fact, that anybody that committed any type of crime at the Shatta Fest was not a Shatta fan. Because we did not come there to embarrass our artists. We did not come there to mess up the show that he's putting together for us to enjoy ourselves. And the same thing, I can say the same thing for Stoneboy and his fans. That a true Beam Nation fan is not going there to mess up the show for Stoneboy and have his name all over the place saying that, hey, if you go to a Stoneboy show, you're going to get robbed. It's human behavior. There's bad apples in all of us. So people came there strictly for an agenda. That hey, Charlie, I've been my yo. This time they call on one. The way I crowd and I banned there. You been your way, you been your way, you say. So it's unfortunate that certain artists are tagged with certain things like that. And as a media, as and when I say media, I'm not talking about just the traditional media, but you per se is part of the media, is to make sure that we limit the negative stuff that we publicize out there, and propagate more of the positives, so we can get more investors to come in and partner up with our artists to give us more of these beautiful shows. But then also, security have to be top notch. I understand that on this particular show, it was a little bit overwhelming for them because according to management, the number that they estimated for was about 100,000, maybe a little bit over, but they were not expecting over 600,000. So they did what they were supposed to do in order to get security there, but it's just that the number was overwhelming on this particular show. So that's what I'll say about that.
Hmm. Okay, Slim, I'm gonna bring you in. I don't know if you can speak right now. I think you left. So request to speak again, and I put you on. But then, to reply you on the part of the media, you were talking about how we shouldn't, put a light to solve this negative point. But then the point is that if something happens, irrespective of where it happened, some people deserve to have a light shown on them. It's the same way with you. If you go to an event, someone steals your IDs, steals your money, and I come to you and I like, what happened? It's not like there's an agenda to say that, yo, because this is a Shatta show, you want to highlight the bad part. Somebody got robbed, somebody got assaulted. The best we can say is, okay, this person got robbed and assaulted. Can the police do their investigations? Fine. But if you're going to take it as fine, there's an agenda against this person because we are highlighting that, then it's unfair because it's like,
So,
yes, this is the good thing that happened. But if a bad thing happened to somebody,
so
the media also has the responsibility to put that out, don't you think?
So I believe it's in the way in which the manner you say it or you present it. You see what I'm saying? When you're presenting it as you're reporting it, I have no issues with that. You are as a media person. one of your core mandate is to report, is to inform the public, right? But when you make it when you insert yourself and you make it personal that even you didn't go because you knew what was going to happen, then you're going too far, because now you have personalized it and making it about you not personally going because you knew that this was going to happen, so that's why you didn't go. But then that's wrong, because you're from Ghana. This is a Ghanaian having this show. And so if a Ghanaian doesn't want to go to another Ghanaian's show because they don't feel safe, then how do you expect a foreigner or somebody doing a tourism person coming in? How do you expect them to go and enjoy themselves at that show? So that's what I'm talking about. I don't mind you reporting it as a reporter and as a professional, but do not insert yourself and make it personal that you didn't even go because you knew that that was going to happen. That is, to me, not right and not professional.
I get it. Slim.
Bro,
Yeah, I don't know if you got a question. We were discussing if the
uh,
artist or the core management of an artist has the responsibility to control the narrative surrounding their fan base. I gave the example of, the Shatterfest, people getting robbed at Shatterfest, and the narrative going there that maybe Shatawale show they go rob you and all that. Does the artist have a responsibility?
sure, the artists they do have a strong responsibility to make sure they control whatever their fan base they do, and I'm sure this is the part of the conversation where me and my brother Buddy will start having issues because I did one editorial piece on this very same thing, and then they seemed not to be happy about it. Listen, you can't feed a machine with wrong information and expect it to give you a right information. It doesn't happen. Even AIs can do that for you. You can't feed a machine with wrong info and expect them to give you the right information. It is not possible. So whatever you pour into your fan base, you are bound to also receive it. It's just like parenting. If you teach the kid the right way to go, definitely, almost 70 or 60 to 100% of the time they will turn out to be good. Sometimes they turn out to be bad. Well, but you did your part. Listen, when an artist decides to praise social vices, definitely the fan base will see it as that thing not being a problem. The fan base will gravitate towards that. But when the leader of the group or the leader or the artist decide to talk down or look down on social vices, best believe if you dey do some right in his presence, or you dey fear self say you go jail your face say woyɛ saa adeɛ no bi. So it is the responsibility of the artist to look down on some of these social vices, not to talk about them and praise them. I had an issue with the SM when I talked about this. Now, listen, let's even take Shatawale as a business. Let's take Shatta as a business, right? Whenever he's seen on stage saying my fans then be aquashade, my fans then be this, my fans then be this, it is sending a different energy out into the universe. It's like you don't it's like you don't see anything wrong with that, but it is wrong. Going for somebody's property, using your force or your energy to overcome that person and take that person's property, it's a crime. It is wrong, and you being the leader should not encourage it in any way, shape, and form. But say, oh, encourage it, and it happens at your event, bro. Bad nuts, baby, bad apples, baby. But the rate at which they see what baby, it doesn't see what baby, sir. That is all I'm saying. And bro,
So
let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we are going to be honest with we want our body, we would just know for a fact that most of the artists that we have here in Ghana do frown on certain things, but it be what they do on looking. because they need the numbers. Some they glorify it because they need the numbers. And that shouldn't be so. That shouldn't be so. Because we have a responsibility to the future. And the future, it will tell you, say, bro, whatever you plant today, you go reap for that side. And lo and behold, by that time, you will not have the same level of energy that you have now. How would you feel if somebody, a youngin, will go bust into your house with some machete, tell you, say, make you come out all your things, can put for in car inside. Sometimes they bring car. I say, put for your own car inside, make it drive away. How would you feel? But you had the power back then to tell them that that is not good. You had the power because the other KBRs at that time, they go listen. You had the power. But anytime you brought that thing up, you they tell them, say, oh, God go bless everybody. God, oh, that's not how we build a society. It is definitely the leader, the management. It is their job to make sure that their fan base are whipping line.
And if I can rebuttal,
Yes.
please.
Okay, Bodie, 2 minutes.
Listen, see, these are some of the things that I'm talking about. You have never heard Shatawale tell anybody to rob anybody. Shatawale has never endorsed people getting robbed. Not one time. Now, let me tell you something. When
Do you want me to
you
pull?
hold
No.
on,
Do you
hold
want
on,
me to
hold on,
pull
hold on.
video? Do you want me to pull a video?
I was very quiet. Yeah, you and I can talk later on. You can send me the video, and then I'll see. But I will tell you for sure that the reason why Shatta would say me and my fans we be weed smokers or we smoke weed or whatever is because you guys have tagged them so wrongly that now it's like he's telling his fans, no matter what they call you, I still rock with you. I still love you guys. I see you as human beings. Because unfortunately, the media, once again, I'm coming back to the media, have publicized that Shatta's fans are weed smokers and tramal users and thieves and all of this. Okay? So when he says that on the stage, he's telling them that I see you as human beings. I see you as part of me. I see you as my brothers and my sisters. You guys are not who the media is. Whether they call you Kwashe boys, whether they call you thieves, whether they call you this, I still love you. I still rock with you. And see, that's the reason why Shatta was able to pull those numbers that you guys still don't believe that he pulled over 160,000 people. I mean, over 173,000 people. As a
No,
matter of
it's
fact, I can tell you,
675. That's what they claim it was, not
no,
100.
I mean, I'm sorry, 675. But what I'm telling you is that, as a matter of fact, if we really want to go into the numbers and people who came and left, we're going to almost hit 1 million. But already you guys don't believe 400. You don't believe 600. So when we tell you that even 1 million people came there, you wouldn't even believe it. But that is the reason why, because Shatta see his fans as whether you guys call them Kwashe boys, whether you guys call them thieves, whether you guys call them whatever you want to call them, he sees them as human beings. So when Shatta stand on stage and says that, Slim, you are taking it out of context. And that's what a lot of you guys do. That Shatta is endorsing it. But you forget that Shatta is also on stage praying with his fans, also encouraging his fans to hustle and not to listen to any negative thing about them and continue to fight for themselves to make a better life. You're forgetting about all of those other good things that Shatta say on the stage. So once again, I am telling you for a fact that nobody that comes there to commit a crime at a Shatta show is an actual Shatta fan. But once again, you guys will label them as Shatta fan. You don't know if a Beam Nation fan came over there to do those things to make Shatta look bad. You don't know if another camp's fan base came there to do those things and make Shatta look bad. You just don't know if any bad apple or any bad person came there because they felt like they saw an opportunity to commit a crime. So don't blame this on the artist. The artist can say, and I've seen Shatta plenty of times tell their fans not to do bad things. But you have bad apples. People don't listen. So why do we put the responsibility so much on the artist all the time? It's up to you, the parent, to raise your child and make sure you give your child good morals. Don't let the artist. See, the problem is we are making the artist the parent. We are putting the responsibility on the artist. When you, as the parent, are supposed to raise your child and put good morals and values in your child, don't expect an artist to raise your child. So I'm sick and tired of all this blaming thing on the artist, and especially when it comes to Shatta. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this particular issue is because that is something that Slim has propagated a lot on his platform. And it's about time you stop that, because you're putting false narratives out there. You take things out of context and you blast it out there. And it's not fair. You're messing up somebody's brand.
Okay.
You're messing up somebody's food, somebody's livelihood.
Right. Okay, buddy. Well, we're behind time. Let's just get to our final remarks. Buddy, thanks for that.
Bozu.
Maybe I've been for a minute.
You, Slim,
don't put me back door.
Slim, we'll talk about it
No.
Okay, back door.
I'll
Well, let me just get final
right
remarks
now.
from everybody.
Bro,
Oh, Slim, hold on. Slim. Slim, we're going to discuss them next week, no worries.
No, the thing is,
but let me just get final remarks from everybody.
The thing,
Sage,
just a minute on this one.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, bro. If I dey sell boiled egg and pepper, and somebody know they like boiled egg and pepper, would you see that person hanging around me? Would you see that person hanging around me?
This example is ridiculous. What kind of example is that?
Hold on. If I dey sell rice and stew, and somebody doesn't like rice and stew, would you see the person hanging around me? Definitely. We attract the people that we want. And I'll say it again. We attract the people that we want.
But what are you saying? Say what you're saying. So you're saying that Shatta wants to attract what? Thieves?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
The man stood on stage, and it is not. There are countless times that he's done that. And I'm only reacting to it. Because you mentioned that I've been propagating it and it's false. I'm only reacting to it based on that. Because, bro, he has done that. He has done that on several occasions, several platforms.
What exactly? I want to know.
He's seen on stage acknowledging people who are indulging in that act. And that is wrong. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Ghana media, please allow us to do this, because I'm not going to allow him.
Let's just call a spade a spade, bro.
I'm not going to allow you to do this.
He's done that on several platforms. There are videos to it, multiple videos.
Done what exactly? So you're trying to tell me, hold on.
Acknowledging people who indulge in that act.
Let me ask you this.
It is not cool.
So Slim, you are telling me that. No, Slim, hold on.
Tell the artist the truth that it is not cool.
Yo, guys.
Slim, hold on. Let me get this clear. Let's get this clear. Are you saying to me that Shatta actually saw somebody performing that act and endorsed it? Is that what you're saying to us right now?
The artist stood on stage and said that.
No. Are you saying that to me right now?
Yo, bro, it is not cool.
You cannot let this happen. Shatta never saw anybody robbing anybody and endorsed it. Come on, Slim, you're lying. That's a total lie.
The man stood on stage and acknowledged people who indulge in that act.
Slim, if you don't have any evidence for this, we can't.
No, I do have evidence. That's why I did it on my platform.
That
is why I did it on my platform. And on my platform, I showed multiple videos of him doing that, which is not cool. So
you're saying that Shatta saw somebody committing that wrongful act and he endorsed it. That's what you're saying. I want to make sure that that's what you're saying, because you have no evidence of Shatta seeing somebody committing the crime.
No, it is not seeing somebody. Well, see where you are pushing the conversation to. It is different. Listen, the man is acknowledging it. Man is on stage. The artist that everybody looks up to.
He's on stage doing what?
No, he's on stage acknowledging that even in his fan base there are Akwashe people. Other than saying that you don't, if you're an Akwashe person, you don't have any role in my fan base. You need to criticize it, bro. We have it. We owe it to the future to criticize all these acts.
You guys have already.
We owe it to the society. And don't bring that. Don't start that conversation. Don't start that conversation of, let's say, the artist should raise the. No, the artist is a part of the society.
This is the reason why. This is exactly the reason why. Listen, this is the reason why. This is the reason why fan base are so important, because of people like Slim
It is
also tearing
wrong,
down artists all the time.
bro.
And if it wasn't for us, Tata would have been down right now because of lies and falsehoods that he
It is
always
not lies.
propagated.
The guy stood on
It's lies.
stage. We have
It is
videos to
lies.
it.
Because you take
Say,
him out
and
of
my
context.
fan
You
base
have
is
labeled his fans
Akwase
on
people.
purpose
No,
as
bro,
Christian people.
criticize it.
Come
Tell
on,
that
Slim, stop
Akwase
that
people, you don't
nonsense.
have a place in my
Slim,
society.
Slim, stop
Say
that
it.
Okay,
nonsense. Slim, stop
guys.
that
I'm gonna
Say
move
nonsense.
your
it.
speakers soon,
No,
Slim,
please.
stop that
you can
nonsense.
mute
Stop the
everyone if
lies,
you
Bro,
bro.
want. You can mute
Stop the
everyone.
lies.
bro.
You are lying. You are a liar. And I'm telling
Okay, sorry about that. The thing was getting rounded. Anyway, we're gonna round up first. I would like you guys to give your final remarks, and then we can go home. This is before this gets out of hand. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. So we're just gonna open this mics up again. Success. I'll start with you. Give your final remarks, then we call it a day. Then I'll go to Boyd and I go to Slim. Slim and Boyd, no fighting. Sage, final remarks. Let's go. 30 seconds. Sage, you can talk now.
Okay. I really enjoy, even though I didn't like how it went, but I really enjoyed the back and forth because one person has evidence and the other says he doesn't. All you have to do is post it for us to see. Me, myself, all I can say about that is I've seen Shatta said countless times about that. We should just encourage him not to do it. I don't think it should be a fight. Or you understand? But anyway, that's love right there. Two people trying to defend their points. Please, if you are listening to me, I have 30 seconds. Support Ghanaian artists. Every artist that drops an album, please support. Because Smoke has dropped, Wendy Shea has dropped, Sinaso dropped, Ara the J dropped, Medical dropped, Lyrical Joe dropped. Like every Ghanaian artist that drops a project, please, you put your criticizing self aside and listen to the project and make sure that the streams count before you come and tell us your professional thoughts about it. We beg you. Because when you go on the Apple Music top 100, I think you can't even find 7 Nigerians or 10 Nigerian songs. And it's crazy. It's beautiful to watch. So thank you guys for supporting Ghanaian artists. God bless you guys. Bye.
Charlie Sage, God bless you, bro. Boyd, 30 seconds, no fighting, just round up.
Yeah, bro. First of all, let me apologize to where it went on your platform. But I'm not apologizing for and how I spoke to Slim. But on your platform, I apologize that it went that way. But sometimes
No problem.
sometimes we have to make sure that some of these people are called out and put in their place, because when you take things out of context and you label a certain artist as such, is really wrong, and we are tarnishing the names and the image of our artists, and we continue to um do this to our artists, and then we talk about how the Nigerians are topping charts and Nigerians are doing this and Nigerians are doing that, but we ourselves is the ones that continue to tear down our own all the time. Every chance that Slim gets, he tears Shatta down. I don't get it. So my thing is, when I have the opportunity to defend, I will defend, because I think that sometimes some of the stuff he says, he doesn't really put himself in that shoe. He takes it out of context. Shatta standing on stage and saying, "My fans, we have Kwashe boys or we have this and that," is because the media and the people have already labeled his fan base as weed smokers and Kwashe boys and thieves and all of this stuff and everything. So how can he also go ahead and also chastise them and condemn them? But once again, I will say this to end. Shatta has never stand on stage and says that he endorsed somebody committing any type of crime. He has never done that. But let's talk about what he does do. He praises, he praises his fans, he prays with his fans, he prays for his fans, and he encouraged them to continue to hustle and believe in themselves, that they are also going to make it in life just like he has made it. That's what Shatta does. And the only person that disagree with me on this platform, of course, is a Beam Nation fan. So what else do I expect from that?
All right. Let's move on. Slim, 30 seconds, then we go. No fighting.
No fighting. I mean, when I was making my point, I never attacked Gideon, but he was attacking me personally.
I
But
didn't attack you personally, bro. I love you, man. I love you.
Your man go talk me say I be liar and all that, but I never bore. Listen, Well, whilst we're having the back and forth, I can even give you DMs right now, people here on this page who sent me videos to what I was talking about. I mean, Don Success talked about it. And I, I mean, I'm coming from an era where you could actually talk about an artist and you will not be, or not just an artist, you could talk about somebody who never be labeled as a hater, because back then we beat and teach. We talk about it. We address you right in the face. That is the era that I'm from, and that is why we have fanfullers right now, because they know what you're doing is wrong, but they'll keep telling you go on, go on. Fanfullers don't exist in my dictionary. They are not from my era, because my era, Charlie, mobile phones have no day. They tell you in your face that whatever you did is wrong, and this to me is wrong because they are at the pinnacle of everything. The artist is the center of everything. His energy is the one that transcends through all. So if your artist is for peace, you definitely realize that the fan base, although they might be aggressive, they might push and all that. I've gone against that Lumber's fan base before. For once, had one of the regional vice president on my show, and he made some expose on my show that others did not like. But listen, it is not in their nature to be violent. I had two VIP buses parked right in front of my studio, filled with die-hard fans of that Lumba. All they wanted to do was they also wanted to say their side of the story. That's it. But I'm sure if it goes to, if there may be some other artists, it would have been a different conversation altogether. Listen, if you are for peace, it will definitely, we will go see him in the fan base. We go see him in your fan base, and there's no two ways about it. So for the fan base to be, and like I said earlier on, for the fan base to pour into the artist also needs to make conscious effort of pouring back into the fan base, and that is by making sure that certain things that are not right, you just nip it in the bud. Tell the people straight away, this is not good. I do not subscribe to this. I do not entertain this at all. If you are that type of person, please leave my camp. That is supposed to be
Right.
the way to go.
Okay, Slim. That's it.
What I say, what you should Sarkodie, open me updates. That one called Sark update. That is in 7 out of 10. Subscribe to YouTube, Sark updates, official. For how to subscribe. Never for Sarkodie. Many are